No, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in. 500,000 Lagosians,
720,000,
970,000, over 1 million Lagosians. They know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
All those are all to going beyond the headlines and focus on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day, 166 new COVID confirmations yesterday. Delta had 36 cases. Federal Capital Territory Abuja had 22. And Rivers had 21. Lagos had 20 cases. I mean, you know what to do by now, really. Just continue to limit your movement. Wear a mask whenever you are out and about or when you're around people. Give them some gap. Keep your distance. Wash your hands. Sanitize your hands. Protect yourself. Protect the people you care about. We have vaccines available at primary health care centers all over the country. So go and get your first dose at any primary health care center. That's our second hard fact for the day. If it's time for your second dose, please go back to where you got your first dose and get your second one. We've got a third hard fact of the day. Next week is going to be fire, not literal fire, but it's going to be lit here on the big hard fact. So Monday at 5 o'clock, we're going to talk about Lagos as a world city. You're going to help me make the city's, you're going to help me take a look at the city's report card and mark it. And then on Tuesday at 5 o'clock, we're going to be talking about abandoned projects with Tracker. Then Wednesday on Balogun and Broad, we're going to talk about unpaid salaries in the informal sector. Then on Thursday at 5, we're going to talk about the Anambra Guber election 2 days 2 days before the election, right? So we'll talk about all the things that have happened and all the things that could happen on election day. That's on Thursday at 5, next week Thursday. So fire content back to back to back to back. That's why 1 million Lagosians cannot be wrong for listening to hard facts. But even before next week, I have a great show for you, starting with the big three. Let's talk about the federal government disbursing cash to 15,000 households in Anambra this week. Then let's talk about the Akwa Ibom governor condemning the abandoning of old people over witchcraft or witchcraft allegations. Then let's talk about 2 kidnapped coppers released after paying ransom. After that, we'll bring you League of Extraordinary Nigerians, and then we'll bring you Eyewitness. On today's Big Hard Fact, we'll talk about nannies who abuse children in their care and employers who abuse nannies that work for them. Last week, I told you about an actress who is accusing her nanny of drugging her son so that she can be pressing phone, while the nanny is accusing the madam of physical abuse. So we're going to talk about that particular situation some more, and then we'll talk about the dynamics around domestic staff and their employers in general. Now, news updates will come your way at the top of every hour, business, sports, all of that, top of the hour every hour. But let's get started with today's big three. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
The big three on hard facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Should government run cash disbursement programs right before an election? Is fear of witchcraft encouraging human rights abuse? And should NYSC suspend operations in states with high insecurity? Those are your big three. Lagos, let's talk. The federal government is expanding its conditional cash transfer program in Anambra State, and that's our first story. Now, you know that this program is under the Humanitarian Affairs Ministry. It's designed to give 5,000 naira per month to the poorest households in the country. The rollout is not complete across the country, but now the government has announced that it's being expanded in Anambra State this month to 11 local governments and 15,768 households. That means that by the end of this week, the federal government would have disbursed 78.840 million naira. Hold on, let me take a look at that number again. 78,840,000 naira. That's what they would have disbursed in Anambra State by the end of this week. Now remember, Anambra has a Guber election in 1 week's time. Saturday the 6th, next week Saturday. Remember, by the way, that next Thursday's Big Hard Fact will be a preview of that election. We'll look at what the different parties are doing to get votes. We'll also talk about the possible effects of IPOB's threats, all of it. So save the data. Next week, Thursday, 5 p.m. But yeah, the election is in 9 days, and a lot of commentators are raising their eyebrows over the timing of this cash transfer. They are accusing the APC-led federal government of using it as a way to drum up support for his party's candidate, Andioba. Now, it's not the first time that we've heard these accusations, because right before the Guber election in Edo State, last year, the federal government launched the Edo edition, if you remember, of the 774,000 jobs program, and the coordinator in Edo was Professor Izeyamu's wife. The wife of the APC Guber candidate. And we talked about it here on Hard Facts. I don't know if you remember, we had representatives from both the APC and the PDP in Edo. Oseaneni spoke for the PDP and he called it voter inducement. But the APC rep insisted that it was just a coincidence. But Aneni's point was, how hard would it have been to start with any other of the 35 states that didn't have an election in the next week? You can catch that conversation on our website, nigeriainfo.fm. All our shows are uploaded there after the show's over. But before that Edo election, in 2019, during the general elections, if you remember, in the weeks leading up to the election, the trader money program was in full swing. You have the Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, moving from market to market, dispersing cash to traders. APC supporters were like, oh, it's just normal governance, and governance should not stop because elections are coming up or because there's a campaign happening. But PDP supporters at the time said, given the nature of politics in Nigeria, where vote buying and stomach infrastructure are so rampant, it's inappropriate for the incumbent to be seen distributing cash through a government program a week before the election. And the same thing is being said today about the cash transfer in Anambra. But what do you think? Do you think the federal government should have waited until after the election to expand the CCT program in Anambra? Or do you think the current step is perfectly fine? There's nothing wrong with it. 0700-993-993-993. Men, call us on that number. Women, call us on 01-465-7190. 01-465-7190. We also have, what's it called now? WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75 805. It's 14 minutes past 3 o'clock. Let's start with Godson. Hello, Godson. Thank you very much for calling the show today. Hello, Godson.
Yeah.
Welcome. You're live on the show. You're talking to Sandra.
Okay. It's purely political inducement what APC is trying to do in Anambra State.
Okay.
You understand me? They want to use that as vote buying. It's purely vote buying there. They want to. Why can't they go to Enugu and do it? This particular point in time, why Anambra, when they know that the election is coming just in 2 weeks' time? So that's my view about it.
All right. Thank you, Godson, for calling us. 99.3, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Etim.
Etim, good to have you on the show.
All right. You mean the cash transfer?
Yes.
Yeah. It is a campaign strategy. It wasn't APC that introduced so much infrastructure. You know, people were down in the northeast, while they were using that city gate. You know, Senator Obani, for instance, because of that as the Minister of State for Defense. So if APC have done this strategy as part of the winning network, it's not bad. The people need money. There's no chance that it's too early or too late to share money to people. So nobody should complain. It's part of winning strategy that
Nobody should complain. It's part of the strategy. All right. Thank you very much for calling, Tim. Your line isn't very clear, so I had to end the call. Call back if you can. Roland in Ikoton is a first-time caller. Hi, Roland.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah. About 2 hours ago, I listened to this veteran corner. What is happening for Anambra? They are using, they are programming all these women that don't have anything there. That's their programming. That's what the man told us this afternoon. That's what will happen in Anambra. Because the election is coming next week, they want to give the 5,000, 3,000 for 8 years. That is programming. That's the way they program all of us for the useless place where we are today. They are using programming. They are programming everybody. That's what they are doing. We will see what they do 2023 election. They will say ceremony by January. What they will do. Everybody should be wise.
All right. Thank you very much. We've got Ifoma from Awoyaya. I don't know if that's Ifoma or Ufoma from Awoyaya. Okay. Ufoma or Ifoma?
Yeah. Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah. Well, to me, there's no issue.
Okay.
But all I would say is, I'm going to collect the 5,000 naira, and I'll vote for whosoever I want to vote for.
Okay.
APC cannot give me 5,000 naira to sell my votes. Never.
Okay.
Never. So we need to sit up and think very well.
Okay.
Let's vote for the right people. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Ufoma says, I will collect the money and I'll vote who I want to vote for. But why collect the money at all, though? I mean, that's also another question on my mind. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. But let's speak with Michael. I'm hoping Michael is calling us from the abroad. Hi, Michael.
Hi, good morning or good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Mike and I'm calling from Ottawa in Canada.
Hi.
Yeah, so the 5,000 naira that is being given to the people in Anambra State is very obvious that the government are trying to, or the APC government, they're trying to buy the vote. So my take is whoever collect that money does not have any right to complain about bad governance. I think the people should outrightly reject the money and ask for good governance for people. I mean, from the government. The 5,000 is to buy their vote for the next 4 years if APC eventually wins the next election, in Anambra State. That's my contribution.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling to make your contribution all the way from Canada. Abayomi is in Ikoton. He's a first-time caller. Abayomi, how are you?
I'm very fine, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Sandra, I'm actually very sorry to bother you with this. So, last week on Joyce's show, I want to thank you. At this point, when I was listening to Wemimo, I heard her say a winner should get called within 2 days. But up to now, I haven't gotten a call, talk less of getting paid.
All right, stay on the line so that we'll get your details. So your name, your surname, your account number, etc., etc. Just hang on, okay?
Yeah,
don't hang up. Just stay on the line.
Okay.
Let's speak with Gloria. Hi, Gloria.
Hello, Sandra. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Welcome to the show.
Okay. APC wants a repeat of what happened in Edo State.
Okay.
And I'm trying to tell you that, or I want to tell you that what happened in Edo State will repeat itself.
Okay.
They cannot buy the people's conscience. They will collect the money those that want to collect, and they will vote their conscience. At the same time, remember in Edo State, some people collected that money and tore it. So, yes, it happened. Are you not aware?
Don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Okay, some people collected the money and tore it.
Wow.
So, all I know is that they will spend that money, but they will not get the people's mandate. It's very, very shameful. APC, they are jittery. They cannot get it. Thank you.
Okay, Gloria. Thank you very much. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Rita.
Rita, can you turn your radio off for me? Then go ahead.
Yes, I've shifted from this.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. For federal government, they want to disburse money in Anambra State. Yeah, if I'm there, I'll collect the money, but I'll never vote for them.
Okay.
Yeah, the money is our money. I will eat it, but I will not vote for them because they've failed.
Okay.
That's my contribution.
All right. Thank you very much. I don't know about it being our money, but okay. Sandra on our door road is on the line. Hello, Sandra.
Hello, Sandra. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Sandra,
yeah.
There's no way let you see win in Anambra. You know, it will be a big clap on the Anambra people when APC announces APC won in Anambra. Oh, no, God forbid. No way. No, don't say her. Based on what? How many appointments were given to any Anambra person or Igbo person? No, it's very clear. Let them come and they've agreed to electronic transmission. Let them hope on it and come and transmit nonsense. It cannot happen. I'm not blaming anybody. If you don't take it, somebody will take it. Now, no men gone none, on no men gone none, on no men gone. They will not kill them when they are sharing the money. Abi? The people they said to be doing on no men, who will now share the money to them? And they are going to do it electronically. Abi? They should print out all the names of people that collected and prove it. Good afternoon, Jerry.
Good afternoon, Sandra. Thank you very much for calling. Well, this particular conditional cash transfer, Sha, I mean, if you collect it, you wouldn't be selling your conscience or anything of the sort, because this money is from the Humanitarian Affairs Ministry, and it's designed to give 5,000 naira every month to the poorest households in the country, and they're targeting 11 local governments and 15,000 households. So if your household is one of those that they think is really, really poor, and they give you the 5,000 and you collect, I don't think you're really doing, you're actually not breaking any laws or, selling your conscience or anything of the sort. So some people think it's vote buying, but others say, nah, this is part of governance. It's not vote buying. It's just a coincidence that elections are a week away. The Brain Nature is calling us. Hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Every day gets better every day with the topic. And this one is very interesting.
Okay.
How I hear people say they will collect 5,000 and they will not vote. When these people are going to carry it out to make sure you cast your vote. These are the problem we have. When we keep selling our vote, it will not count. And we're blaming the government. We installed them there because of our selfishness. How can you collect 5,000? You cannot shout on them after you've eaten. You can't eat your cake and have it. That's what Nigerians keep doing years after year. You say, I will collect the money and I will not vote. But the tout will be there to monitor that you talks. They'll be there to monitor that you cast your vote. And these same people will keep ruling us because some selfish people want to eat their cake and think they will have it. It's impossible. It is better I refuse that money and I vote for the right candidate where it can be accountable, where my vote can count. Even if that party loses, I know that I vote for the right person. Good conscience. Nigeria should start thinking that way. And that's the first way the country can be better. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for calling us. Again, this is not vote buying. This is from the Humanitarian Affairs Department. But commentators have said, well, the fact that you're starting with Anambra and you're doing it a week to the election is vote buying, while supporters of the government say that it's not vote buying, it's just part of governance. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. We've started with 3 of the biggest stories of the day. We went to Anambra. Let's come back we'll travel some more. Let's go to Uyo next, but we'll do that after this break. Don't go away.
Hey guys, I have something interesting and exciting for you. Alexis Galleries is having an exclusive exhibition called Now and Beyond, a solo exhibition of paintings by Alex Nwokolo. The show runs on Saturday the 30th of October to Friday the 12th of November 2021. The address is 282 Akin Olugbade Street off Idowu Martins, Victoria Island, Lagos. Private viewing starts at 1 p.m. and ends at 3 p.m. strictly by invitation. Public viewing starts at 3 p.m. and ends at 6 p.m. daily, and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
p.m. on African Magic Showcase, channel 151 on DSTV.
Alex's Gallery presents Now and Beyond, a solo exhibition of paintings by Alex Nwokolo. Show runs Saturday 30th October to Friday 12th November 2021. Venue 282 Akin Olugbade Street off Idowu Martins, Victoria Island, Lagos. Public viewing 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and also 1 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Private viewing 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. strictly by invite. Supported by 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Let's go to Akwa Ibom State, where the governor says that people are maltreating the elderly in the name of witchcraft. Governor Udom Emmanuel, that is, he has condemned what he called Akwa Ibom's elderly witch problem. That's our second story. He said more and more adults in the state are abandoning their elderly parents because they claim that they're witches. Emmanuel believes that these witchcraft claims are false and that the treatment these older citizens are receiving is a cruel abuse of human rights. This witchcraft issue comes up a lot in Nigeria, and Akwa Ibom has been battling with human rights issues around it. When Godwin Akpabio was the governor, his wife ran a program to try and stop people from torturing children whom they claimed were witches. Abandon old people, torture children in the name of a religious belief. How did it get to this point? How did it get to this point? How did we get to a point where people who believe deeply in their faith, who believe in right and wrong, can justify torturing children or abandoning the elderly, even their own blood? And it doesn't end there. All over the country, you find places where these so-called witches or allegedly demon-possessed people are taken for quote-unquote deliverance. And in many of these deliverance centers, these people are chained up, beaten, cut, burnt, worse. I remember when we talked about this one time, and a young woman, called in and told us a story about how she was forced to drink some concoction and forced to say that she was a witch, her and her sister drank it and died. She watched her sister die, and they were kids. I remember a couple of years ago, police kept finding so-called rehabilitation centers all over the southwest and the north central where people were being chained and starved. Now, I'm not here to debate over beliefs. If you believe that witchcraft exists or you don't believe that witchcraft exists, that's your personal business. My question is, why should that belief lead to torture or beatings or abandonment? What is it about our society and our culture that makes us tolerate such cruelty? Talk to me, Lagos. What do you think Governor Udom Emmanuel's comments could do? What do you think about his comments? Elderly witch problem. 0700-993-993-993 01465-7190. We also have WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. You can still talk to me about the federal government's expansion of its conditional cash transfer program in Anambra State. Alex in Ikeja is up first. Hello, Alex.
Hi, Sandra.
Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, how's it going today?
Very well.
Fine. Let me just quickly talk on two of the two topics that you've mentioned. On the issue of the witchcraft thing. Sandra, that day, I remember very clearly because I called in that day and I asked the question. That day you had the first show, yeah? And I asked the question, why is it only people that are poor or children of the poor?
Oh, yes, I remember.
That are caught as witches?
I remember.
It tells you that there is something wrong with us. It tells you that we have a despicable way of treating those who are beneath us. Do you know, Sandra, the sale of human beings, fellow human beings, in prehistoric, pre-colonial times as slaves, Is this same kind of mindset that will make you look your brother in the eye and put him on those slave ships to be sold in exchange for gunpowder or mirror? Is this same mindset? I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from.
I understand.
It's us. It's us those days and it's us today. Why wouldn't we find a rich person's child or a rich man that is caught as a witch? Let me just leave that one for thought for anybody. Now, on the issue of I call it vote buying. I'm sorry. They've almost legitimized it with the coat of arms because they are government, right? Right, Sandra?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. But let me just say this. The biggest disgrace of this administration is a professor who is part of the administration who should know better. That you don't throw money at people and then you come out next day to say you've lifted them from poverty. He is the biggest disgrace. He's a professor of law and he knows better. You can't do law up to the level of professor without reading some economics. Let me stop at that, Sandra.
Alex, thank you very much. Alex, now, wow. Okay, we've got Christopher Nikoyi on the line. Christopher, welcome.
President Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The people's president.
Good to have you on the show.
People don't have shame. How can a week or 2 weeks time to the election, like some of the callers said, you did this in Edo, what is the outcome? They never learned their lesson. And the funny thing, President Sandra, they call themselves men of integrity. It's a slap on Anambra people, 5 naira and 5,000. Even if you say 20,000 they want to give them. APC government, after all the killing in Anambra, you call yourself government, you can't protect the people. Now you want to give them 5,000 to vote for you. It's
it's not 5,000 to vote for them. It's conditional cash transfer. They were going to do it anyway.
President Sandra, please, we should stop giving them this soft landing. Anambra is there. Imo is there. You didn't go and give them. Why now, President Sandra? We should stop deceiving ourselves now. They don't have shame. You hear one of them say PDP, they did this did that. They go to court. And you tell us you want to change the way of doing things. Why are you still doing the same thing that PDP did? This is mere wickedness, President Sandra. And for the incident on Akwa Ibom, President Sandra, that thing exists too. I had my sister Alex say, why the rich people not they involved? It exists too. Look, we just thank God that we don't have such people in our family.
No, that's fine. It exists. But, I mean, why does it have to lead to a situation where we're cruelly torturing children and elderly people?
That torture is what I don't like. But that still exists. I beg.
Like I said, I don't care about whether it exists or doesn't exist. The question is, why should that belief lead to torture or beating or abandonment?
No, the way those people do, treat people. I know somebody. Me, I suffered it to President Sandra. I'm telling you.
You suffered witchcraft. They beat you because they thought you were a witch.
No. It happened between me, my wife.
Yes.
My wife, when my mama died, my wife's family, they cried to the lady they were accusing. That is my dad's junior sister, very old woman. I'm telling you this thing live. They say they cried to the woman's house. They will shout, "Holy Ghost, fire!" Where they keep me, where I was mourning my wife. The mama come and meet me. My son, your in-laws, they attacked me, saying, "I me kill your wife." I said, "Mama, now you kill her." He said, "No." I said, "Hey, what is your own business? Why are you feeling concerned?" I said, "Mama, all I know, that who had heart in the death of my wife, who hand. My wife is a fighter. She will fight back." Sandra, I buried my wife October 3rd. November 9, that woman died. And this is the same woman who saw my wife and said, "Look, you adding weight. My son is lean. Come and build house." I go and start something. My wife falls sick. A woman who never sick for years since she had been living with me. All the money went down the drain. I buried my wife October 3rd. November 9, this woman died. So yes, this, my brother, my sister, I'm telling you.
Again,
and thank God, their children are going through pains now. They want to hear from me that their mother is a winch. I tell one of the young men, you build a house, 2 houses. June 2012, where there's flood in Delta. The mud house where that mama is living collapsed. I went to that young man. Oh boy, how can you have 2 buildings? Your mom don't have a place to stay. The wife vowed that the mother-in-law will not live with them in this house. My auntie called me Chris. Mother sorrow. That is Chris. Don't put, because we speak Yoruba, me and my sisters. Don't put mouth in this woman's problem.
Chris,
I'm telling you, President Sandra, I suffered this. My wife never sick since I married her.
Chris, while I would love to hear this story,
yes.
It's an old woman. Is it news that an old woman died?
I'm telling you about my own daddy's sister.
Hold on now. Even if
Yeah.
you suspected the woman of witchcraft, would it have been right to torture her? That's what we're discussing
No, we didn't
here.
torture her, and I make sure nobody
So
touch,
that's the
I
thing.
don't like
That's
the
what
woman.
we're discussing here. Why is the response to torture them? That's the
That's
discussion
what I
we're
said. I'm
having.
not in support of the torture.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Joy in Ikeja is on the line. Hi, Joy. Hello, Joy.
Yes, I stayed for 4 minutes already.
Sorry. Welcome. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So for the, what do they call it?
The Anambra story.
Anambra story, they want to give 5,000 naira, right? The poorest of the poor. So why, okay, and Edo State O was coincidental. The Anambra State O is also coincidental, also that they want to do now, a week to the election. Now, I want to understand this. Just like the program that was held like 2 weeks ago in your station, they are trying to program the mind of people. It's the same thing. They try to program their mind. Because what will 5,000 naira do for any individual? I just want to understand. Is it to buy vegetable oil? Is it to buy rice? Is it to buy beans? Is it to buy what?
Hello,
Can you
Joy?
hear me?
Yes, I have. Go ahead.
Okay. So, Sandra, this is actually, I don't know, they are just trying to program the match, but I know that Anambra people will not do anything. The one that come from abroad, see, they want to collect the money and they will not vote those people. They will vote whoever they want to vote for. That's what they want to do. They're not collecting the money because they want to vote those that give them the money or for whatever decision they want to do. Then for the witches, they do exist. But the torture to which they give them is actually wrong. If the government wants to legalize or do witches for society, so that everybody knows that these are witch people, they can have it, make it, a public thing. If you're a witch, you can go to that side and go and belong to that society or what. But I know we have witches and they do terrible things to people.
Joy, thank you so much for calling us. Anthony is on the line. Anthony Okoroshi. Anthony, welcome.
Joy, thank you so much for calling us. Anthony is on the line.
Anthony, turn whatever it is you're watching off. Then go ahead.
I did that already.
All right, great.
My name is Anthony. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Okay, welcome.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is my first time of calling you. I've been trying a lot of time, but luckily for me, I got through today.
Welcome.
You see, I actually want to contribute to what you guys are discussing. The one that is most concerning to me is about the witchcraft. It's so annoying at this time and age when people start suspecting. Let me use that word, suspecting. Immediately you suspect something of somebody is kind of witchcrafting you, then you go ahead and accusing the person without concrete evidence. The last man that just called about his wife or something said somebody built a house, the house collapsed. Immediately they started suspecting an old woman. I don't get it. But the issue is this, and I had an experience like that.
Okay.
Actually, it happens to my mother too.
Okay.
My stepbrother's wife, kind of accusing my mother that she's a witch.
Okay.
It was so annoying that this story actually caused a big quarrel between me and my stepbrother.
Right.
And up to now, we are not in good terms because of that. Honestly, because of that, we are not in good terms. I don't know where he stays. I don't want to even know because the issue is so annoying. This is the woman that brought you from the village down to Lagos, where I was still in Lagos. Give you a place to stay, find a work for you. You are so successful. Go to school. You are so successful. You brought your wife from the village down to Lagos, married her, and that same wife is the one now accusing your mother of a witch. What did this
old woman did to you? Nothing. You can't just point to one thing. It's so annoying. So people should just get over it and just, if you find something is faulty with your business, just go ahead and look at what is the problem and try to solve it instead of accusing an innocent old woman. And about the 5,000 whatever, I hear several people calling in and saying they won't collect it. I think people are getting to get wiser now. They know they are right, and they should stand by their right. It's not just by saying I won't do it, I won't do it. Just go out there and vote for the right person. You got to vote. You got to go out and vote. Not saying I will not do this and be scared of toss or whatever. You just have to do what is right and do it right. That's the only way we can save that country called Nigeria. Because the Nigeria is currently collapsing now as I'm talking to you. It's collapsing and everybody knows about it. I'm happy people are waking up. And thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Anthony from New Jersey, for calling into the show. We appreciate it. It's 3:42. So here's what we're gonna do. We'll take messages from WhatsApp very quickly, and then we will bring you our final story. Our final story is also a good one. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Sandra, I want to comment on the story about the kidnap of core members. Okay, that's our final story. And Daya from Ajah says, to begin with, will those core members be expected to still continue with the scheme if they are not done already? It's not a question I expect an answer to anyway. I just threw the question out there. The truth is that amongst other things, and in my opinion, the scheme should be made voluntary. It's a pity a scheme that exposes young persons to increased level of security to increased level of insecurity is still mandatory. Daya from Ajah, thank you very much for leading the way with that final story. Sandra, if I collect the money from you, will you be there when I'm voting? Clinton from Ajao is asking me. All right. We've got Enno from Alimo Show who says, a professor of law and a high cadre in the religious setting going about distributing cash anytime election is close. Well, the vice president isn't the one who's leading this distribution. But you go on to say that Oshimbajo has never made a statement with regards to the Anambra killings. And from Alimosho. Again, I don't think it's the vice president distributing this conditional cash transfer this time around. But let's take a look at more messages we have here. Sandra, you see this your village people joke. That's how they keep perpetuating the lies. It's no longer funny. Wicked people don't live in villages. Bahome with that message. But nobody has answered Alex's question yet. Alex is asking, how come these witchcraft stories are only common with poor people? How come it's always poor people that have a witch grandmother or uncle or child, their child is a witch, etc., etc. How come, with rich, educated people, this is not a problem that you have happening? If you're abroad, you can join the show via Skype. Skype is Nigeria Info FM. Give us a call and we'll put you through to the live show. But yeah, let's take a look at messages here on Facebook now. Abdul Sabo says, as far as I'm concerned, both the major political parties are bird of the same feather. All of them buy votes. It was PDP that first started it in 1999. Well, APC Shah said that they're coming to change things, just like Christopher said when he called us. Olutemi is calling us. I hope he does call back. He's calling from the abroad, or she's calling from the abroad. When whoever they are call back, I will transfer them to the live show. Umanai Watt says, same way Gumi issues should be discussed for aiding and abetting bandits and terrorism. Bright Idigu says, I don't believe in witches. It doesn't even matter what you believe in. That's my own. It doesn't matter whether you believe that witches are real, or you believe that witches are not real, or you believe that they are winching you, or you don't believe that they are winching you. The question we're asking on the show is, why should that belief lead to torturing old people, abandoning old people, torturing children, locking them up in chains, forcing them to drink weird things, starving them? Are you not a wicked person if that's something that you are capable of doing? Are you not a witch yourself? What is it about our society and our culture that makes us tolerate things like that? Seriously. We'll take one final call and bring on our final story. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Daniel.
Daniel, good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sandra.
Good to have
I
you
like
on the show.
what you said about witchcraft. I'll start with the witchcraft situation that happened. It's ugly. It's ugly. But one thing I would like to also answer Alex's question.
Okay.
Yeah. I think from the point of view of people who are probably less educated or who live in the village, whether they always attribute witchcraft to poor people and or uneducated people. But when the person is wealthy, they attribute it to ritualism, meaning probably the person is in a cult or is killing people to make money. I think you've heard of it before too in Nigeria. So I think that is just the disparity. But at the end of the day, whether you are a cultist or you are a ritualist or you are a witch, where you practice witchcraft, at the end of the day, it's witchcraft. You understand? But for people to say that somebody is a witch and then you now say, let's kill the person or let's torture the person, nobody has any right to take anybody's life and nobody has any right to torture anybody. I don't believe, I absolutely condemn it. Then coming back to the Anambra situation, okay, Sandra, you see, anytime, okay, that 5,000, why can they not just bring it to Lagos and give it to us now? Me too, I don't have money now. Or they can take it to Benin or Borno State. Borno State, they're even needing more than we in Lagos or people in Anambra State, because they have been, the Boko Haram has done so much evil and wickedness in that zone. So I think they should send that money to Borno State rather than sending it to Anambra State, because it's clear, Sandra, that they just want to buy people vote. They are not saying it, they are not coming out to say it directly, but we know that that is their aim. That is what they are aiming at. You understand? Okay. Just a pity. I hope, and I am doing my own best in my own capacity to make sure Nigeria will change. And one of the first things I'm doing is that by the time election comes, I'll go out and I'll vote for my own candidate. Whether the person wins or not, I know that I've satisfied myself. But for this APC and PDP, if anybody votes for APC or PDP, I expect the same thing in this country. Thank you, Sandra.
All right. Thank you very much for calling us. Okay, let's move to our final story now. 2 kidnapped corps members have been freed after paying ransom. 6 people in total were released after paying a combined 9 million naira ransom. They were initially kidnapped earlier this week in Zamfara on their way from Benue to Sokoto. The 2 coppers were reporting for orientation in Kebbi. Now, here's the thing. Zamfara State is under a telecoms and banking shutdown right now, supposedly to help fight these kidnappers and other armed groups. And yet, according to the Punch, the victims' families said that the kidnappers were able to contact them and demand ransom. Also, the victims were able to pay the 9 million naira ransom to them in spite of the banking shutdown. That means that we have to ask, are the telecoms and banking shutdowns actually hampering these terrorist groups? But moving on from that, I told you that 2 of the victims were corpers on their way to orientation. Remember, a few weeks ago, there was this controversy over whether NYSC gave corpers a guidebook that told them to have their ransom money saved. Do you remember when we had that conversation? NYSC denied it and later admitted it. And we saw dozens of corpers posting the same booklet on social media, insisting that NYSC gave it to them. Either way, we've seen corpers now where they don't kidnap. Corpers' family members, we don't end up raising money for ransom. They were not rescued by security agencies. They had to pay to be allowed to go. they ransomed themselves. And that's making many Nigerians to ask whether their children are safe. If you were a parent of a copper, would you be comfortable with them being posted to one of the states with a serious security problem right now? Seriously, you're someone's mom, you're a core member's mom, or you're a core member's dad. Would you be comfortable doing it? Because Nigerians are asking this question. Some are even calling for NYSC to suspend operations in states that are not as secure as others. Let core members either be redeployed elsewhere or be discharged, because these ones were on their way to orientation camp. So they never even enter camp, on their way to camp. And I want to know if you agree. Do you think NYSC should suspend operations in troubled states? If kidnappers in Zamfara were still able to communicate with victims' families this week and receive ransom, are the telecoms and banking shutdowns actually serving their purpose? Women call me on 01465 7190. Men call me on 0700 993 993 993. We have WhatsApp 080 959 75805. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Auntie Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
My name is Coleman from Mowe.
Welcome, Coleman.
I think Zamfara said they have line because my brother is there.
Okay.
I do communicate to him time to time. After the first cutting them off, but later they connect to the national line, so their line are going now.
Oh,
then
okay.
talking to about Anambra State, it's a good thing. If they give you 5,000, that is your money. Collect it and vote whoever you want to vote. Money belongs to Nigerians. So if they give you 5,000, don't say your conscience. Collect the money and vote whoever you want that will make Anambra State to be great. Then the coppers, they're supposed to know that Zamfara State is a no-go. Northern part of the continent is a no-go area. So if you want to take that kind of risk, you have to be very, very careful. Your life is more important than if you not serve this year. In 5 years, you can still serve. Next year, you can still serve. So I don't see the rush to go and serve. Why they will kidnap you on the road?
Is your brother around Guzo?
Yes, it's Guzo in Zamfara State.
Because that's the only place. That's the only place that has telecoms. But the rest of Zamfara.
Yeah. You are right. You are right. The villages don't have. Yes, it's true. Yeah, you are right.
All
you
right.
are right.
Thank you very much for calling. 99.3. Hello. Hey, come on, man. You know how far now, eh? When you're calling sharp off the radio. I know that sometimes you don't know that they've picked your call, but once you see they don't pick your call, just off up. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's take a look at WhatsApp messages as quickly as we can, then take a very quick break. Imo State is there. Abia State is there. Ebonyi State is there. Enugu State is there. They don't deserve 5,000 Naira. Only Anambra State. What a joke. That's a message from Israel in Ikorodu. Israel says, for me, I will not collect that money so that the government will know that we're not happy, that things are not going well. All right. My sister, the APC government is the worst thing to happen to this country. You didn't leave your name, though, but thank you very much for sending your message in. We've got this message here from Robert who says... link me to Chris. Well, I don't have Chris's number, so I don't know how I can link you to Chris.
Alex's Gallery presents Now and Beyond, a solo exhibition of paintings by Alex Nwokolo. Show runs Saturday 30th October to Friday 12th November 2021. Venue 282 Akin Olubade Street off Idowu Martins, Victoria Island, Lagos. Public viewing 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and also 1 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Private viewing 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. strictly by invite. Supported by 99.3 Nigeria Info. Available on Google Play and App Store.
Available only on the island.
True love, they say, is hard to find.
Get away from me!
But what happens when the one you found is bound with complications?
No one can love the beast who slept with my sister in full view of anyone in this house. Damn it!
Tune in to watch the brand new Africa Magic original, Dilemma, showing weekdays at 8 p.m. on Africa Magic Showcase, channel 151 on DSTV.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
3 stories we brought your way. We told you the federal government is disbursing cash to 15,000 households in Anambra this week. We told you the Akwa Ibom governor has condemned the abandoning of old people over witchcraft allegations. And then we've told you about 2 kidnapped coppers released after paying ransom. Let's take a look at messages that we have on WhatsApp. Sandra, I've been trying to tell you how. Oh, unfortunately, we can't call you. We're out of time. Ikono says this money sharing is not a coincidence. It's a deliberate act. Why is this government targeting election period to share money? APC has failed again. All right. Amazing. They're giving the poorest of the poor 5,000 naira monthly, while they will cross their legs and receive tens of millions monthly. I really don't blame them. All right. APC cannot win any free and fair election in any Igbo land. It is impossible. So they settle for fraudulent moves, Jane says. This is how they want to buy people's consciences, in extension, buying their vote. To be sincere, APC doesn't want this country to move forward. Always ready for wrong move. I'm so ashamed, Jane, on WhatsApp there. This government is insincere, and her insincerity always puts her in problem. APC should give account of what has been transferred since 2019. You didn't leave your name. All right. D from Abijo says, let me use the words of Honorable Patrick Ogbayabong. It's crystal clear, like the biblical teke mene ophasing. Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna end today's show.